lot of you guys that have the MPC, that's using the MPC software, that have live, or whatever MPC you have, uh, I don't think you guys really understand how powerful the MPC software is, um, as a DAW. And a lot of people, I did a video a while ago, and somebody had said, commented that they never thought of using the MPC software to record vocals. And so, then it dawned in my head that some of these people don't know that it is a full DAW. It's not just for making beats, it's for recording, like Pro Tools and GarageBand. That's what it does. And so I'm gonna walk you through it, how I do a little setup. All right. So, all right. So we got the MPC here. I'm gonna zoom in a second. I'm gonna bring it in, and I'm gonna launch up the MPC software so that the MPC is controlling it. So while that's booting up, let me bring you over. All right. Now let me bring this down a little bit. I'm gonna bring you right in here with me. All right, and hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, you should be able to, but all right. So MPC software right here. Now, same with any other thing, Pro Tools or whatever. Right now, I would be making a beat right now, the way it is right now. So, say if you just gonna, somebody come in and they want to record a session. What you're gonna do is, when you first launch up the MPC, this is your screen, of course, and then you're gonna go. Let me bring this over a little bit more so I can get out the way. All right. So now, what you're gonna do is, all right. See right here, it says your channel mixer. First of all, I want you to click on this channel mixer right here. That's going to bring up your tracks right here. See where it says audio? You're going to click audio. Now you're on your audio. You're on the audio tracks. So now, 16 right here, take that off. Turn that off. You don't need that right now. All right, and you can have this on whatever time or whatever. So just follow these steps. So now, I want to... You most likely gonna want to add some tracks in here. So let's add in, real simple. Let's add in see this little plus right here. You're gonna add some tracks in. So just hit the plus. Let's add in 5 tracks. One is gonna be for the MPC. The MP3 that somebody drags in. Now, right here where it's set on 4 bars, but I want to bring it. And I'm going to show you how to get more bars onto it, because you don't know how long, you don't want it to be looping around when you're trying to record. So let me grab an MP3. So say somebody comes in the studio and they have an MP3. They say, yo, download it from YouTube. I got a beat from YouTube. This happens all the time when you're recording someone. The beat that they want to record on is on YouTube. So let's take this right here. This MP3. Let me make sure that's an instrumental. Yes, I think, yeah, that should be an instrumental right there. All right, so take this instrumental and let's drag it to the first track up here. We're gonna put it in the first track. Now, as you can see, it ends right here. It doesn't go further. So what I want to do is I want to take I want to move this back over so I can see. Now I want to bring these bars up to let's bring it up to that's way too much. Let's bring it up to 100 bars, because we want to see where it ends at. So I'm gonna drag this thing right here all the way to the end of that beat. It's still, I went to the end, so it's still more beat to it. So that means I have to give it more bars. So let's raise that up a little bit more. Let's bring it over. Let's see, this is a long ass beat. All right, so it needs more bars. And you'll be able to do this quickly. All right, so you see it ends right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag the bars down. As you drag the bars down, you'll see it getting closer to the end. Yo.
All right, I was trying to.
I'm in the middle of doing.
All right.
All right.
Come back another time.
Yeah, here, take the card. Call me. All right. All right, so sorry about that. All right, so now I'm at the end. I'm at the end right here. So I'm good. So let's bring it back to the beginning. Let's drag this back. And this is where I'm at. I'm at this bar right here. So I'm dragging it back. And I can hit play on it. All right. So now, what I want to do now is, since I'm using two screens here on the MPC software, I have the right and the left. I want my mixer screen down here. So follow the mouse right here. I'm gonna bring up the mixer screen, and you're gonna see it pop up on the other monitor. There. Now I'm gonna just blow that up and make that big. Put that big. So now I got that. So now. And if if you got Pro Tools or anything, you know exactly what I'm doing right now. So you got your mixer screen, and you got your screen where your wave is going to be, or whatever, where your audio is going to come into. All right, so now what I'm going to do on this, I'm going to arm this track. So you want to bring this up a little bit. Don't think there's, click on this screen right here, and then you'll see the arrow goes up. And you'll see where all your inserts are going to be at. So right now, this input is fine, because this track right here is where that MP3 is. That's where this MP3 right here is at. That beat. So the rest of the tracks are going to be audio tracks. So right now, my mic is plugged into the back of the MP3. I mean back of the MPC. My mic is plugged right back in there into audio 1. So I'm going to tell this where the mic is coming in from. And I'm going to tell all of them. So check it out. So this is what I'm going to do. On the Mac, I'm going to hold down Option, and I'm going to click this first one right here, and then I'm going to go to the last one and click it. Because Command. Hold down Command, click 1, and then click on, Shift. Shift is going to highlight all of them. All right, so let me show you that again. So if I click this one, and then I click all the way to the end while holding shift down, it's going to highlight those, because I'm about to tell it everything that I do on one is going to do on all of them. So I'm going to tell it it's on, that the mic is plugged where the mic is coming from. Now the mic is coming in mono in input 1. Now watch. See, they all changed to input 1. Now, I usually do a bus to right here, to the Submix 1 right here. So I'm gonna bust these all over to there, because that's where I'm gonna put my plugins and everything. So Submix 1. So now they're all going to there, except for this one is going to the master. And like I said, if you use Pro Tools or you record with any other DAW, you know exactly what I'm doing. And if you don't, then if you don't know what I'm doing, if you're following this, you will get to there and you'll be able to record people, and you'll know where I'm at. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. All right. So now I got everything going to there. So now say, now you right here, you can put on you could put plugins in there on each individual track. But say if you're using a reverb, you don't want to put a reverb, same reverb. So why I did that, why I sent it to the Submix, because I can put one reverb here, and all these three will be going to that reverb. So let's say, for instance, you can use your wave plugins too. So I'm gonna show you that real quick. So I'm gonna add a plugin in here. I'm gonna just add any plugin. So I'm gonna go here to this little arrow pointing down. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go to my VST. I'm gonna go to waves down here, and then I'm gonna select. Let's select. Let's see. Let's look for. Let's look for an EQ. I'm gonna just put an EQ on it. So let's go to a mono. I mean a stereo one. Let's do the 10-band stereo. And you want to put stereo because that is a stereo track. Now, if you do it now, so I put that in there. I'm gonna show you this. So there you go. That's what I'm using right there. And then I'll set it to like you can either use a preset or you can set it yourself. Right now it's on default, so it's like that. So anything that's coming in through that mic is going to go through there. And, you could add on more plugins. Now, that's a stereo one. And now, if I did it on each individual track where the mic is at, then I would use mono because it's a mono input. So I would use mono. But once it gets here, it turns to stereo. So you use a stereo plugin. All right, so that's that. So now, right here on the bottom, let me show you where I'm at. Right here on the bottom is where you're going to be monitoring. So once I click that, I'm going to turn that to auto. Now, I could turn them all to auto by holding shift and clicking all of these again and then making that say auto. So now they all say auto. And then, you can click off of it. Now, say now you're ready to record someone, but also you got to remember this. Now, when you first start to record, you're going to hear the metronome. So, but you want to turn that metronome off because you don't want it to be clicking while you're trying to record. So right here is where your metronome can turn on and off. So you just turn that metronome off right there. One button, your metronome is off. And now you use the MPC to record. So I'm going to arm this track right here. That track is now armed. Now I'm now with my with the other hand I'm actually over here. I'm right here. I'm about to press record and play start because I'm at the beginning. I'm a record, play start. That's what I'm about to do. So, and you'll see it start to record. So if somebody was in there on the mic, they'd be recording right now. All right. I'm pressing stop. So that's what there would have been wave file. There would have been a wave there if there would have been somebody in the booth. Now, say you think that's small. So let's say you want to make it bigger. So what you do on a Mac, you hold down Option, and then you press the down arrow key. You'll see that you'll see that getting big. I'm sorry, not Option, Command. So Command and the down arrow, so you can make those bigger, and then go left to right to stretch it out, or to bring it back in. But as you can see. You can see what I'm doing. Like I said, if you use Pro Tools or whatever, you know exactly what I'm doing. So now that's there. Now also right here, I'm sorry I'm jumping back and forth, but I'm just trying to get you educated on this if you don't know. So here's your master. This is your master track. This is where after you do all the mixing and everything, you're gonna put whatever mastering plugin here that you're gonna use for your master. And these are all your submixes. So say on this track 2 right here, which is your first audio track, say track 2, you don't want it to go through the reverb or the EQ that's here. You want it to be auto-tune. But so you'd put auto-tune on this one on Submix 2, and then you'd take this, like say track 2, and you'd bring that to Submix 2, and then it will be going through this Submix 2 right here. So you get what I'm saying, right? And so on, so forth. Submix 3, Submix 4. You send whatever plugins to there if it's going to be multiple plugins. Like if I'm only using auto tune on one track, I can actually just drop it onto the track by itself. But if I got a whole bunch of tracks that are going to be using auto tune, I might as well just use one singular auto tune and have it going and have all the tracks going to that one instead of putting 6 auto tunes up there. It makes no sense, and it's putting stress on your computer, on your processor. So you want to keep your processor going, as fast as possible. With if you can use less plugins, then that's what you would do. Same thing with Pro Tools. Now, right now, I haven't done anything that I wouldn't do if I was using Pro Tools. You understand what I'm saying? Using Pro Tools is the exact same way. Now, but the only thing, the thing that I like about using the MPC software is that it's like I got more control. Like, I don't know. When I go to here, right here, and I click that, I have full control. So this is that instrumental right here, and I can click onto the track right here, highlight this track right here, and I can work with it. Like, I can do whatever. I can bring this up and just have this track right here. So if I gotta clean something up, I can, it's real up close and personal with that. So that's one thing that I like about the MPC software. What you can do to it, and you just click back here to get back to that screen. And also on your MPC, let's go to the MPC. Right now, up top, you see to the left top, it says program. Once you click that, you can turn your knob and go to audio tracks. So here's the audio tracks that I made. And with your Q links, which are down here, you control the volume of those tracks that you got. And you can do everything that I've done, you can do right from here. You don't even have to go to the computer if you don't want. But if you're used to using a computer from like using Pro Tools or any other DAW, you can use it. But also you have a controller too that controls everything. You want to control the volume of the instrumental, you control it. And as you can see on the screen, you can see when I turn the knob, you can see it going up and down. I'm controlling the volume of that. And, by just twisting this. And you can see it there. And this is track 2, track 3, track 4, track 5. And if you had more tracks, then, of course, it would be all over there. And then from here, if I want to go to the audio track, say if I hit main menu. Now, I'm going through this pretty fast, but you can always do it. I hit main menu. Now, see right here, it says audio, and then it says audio edit right here. If I click on audio edit, there it is. That's the instrumental right there. And I can edit it, I could warp it, I could, do whatever I want with it. It's just like, as if it's a sample, basically. That's what it is. You drag the sample in. So back to the main menu and back to right here. So, that's basically it. I think you guys can get it from there. You can control the, this is your mic input. It says, you see it says gain 1, because that's where I'm in. If I had 2 mics in there, this would be gain 2. This is your master. This is 3 and 4. You don't need that. That's not going to do anything for your volume. Make sure that, your phantom mics are on. Make sure that this is on rear because you have everything plugged into the rear. This switch is on because that's your phantom power. If you had, like I said, if you were using 2 mics, you'd have it plugged into the rear. Gain, keep this in the middle. This is going to be on stereo, mono. And that's basically it. Once you start doing what I showed you right there, you're gonna see exactly what the deal is. And then then of course after you're done, after you're done with the with the song, you click on file, you click on export, and then you of course you click on as audio mix down, and then you bring it to MP3, you'd bring it to MP3, then, give it to your client or whoever you're recording for, whether you're recording for yourself or recording for whoever. Now, the best thing, one thing that I do like about this is that, say if you make a beat, if you make a beat, once you put your beat in song mode, you don't have to export it out to a DAW. Once you put it in song mode, once you put a song in song mode, it goes to a different sequence that says song. And if you name it, of course, it had the name of the song. Once you go there and it's all laid out, you don't. Of course, this MP3 isn't gonna be there because the beat is already there. So it's gonna say program up there, and that's where your beat is at. And you have all the tracks that you want to record. I think there's 128 tracks, just like Pro Tools, audio tracks that you can use. And you can, like I said, you can use your Wave plugins, you can use the Akai plugins, you can use all the plugins that you have will go through this thing. So that's it. It's your boy D. If you have any questions, hit me up. Rate, subscribe. Peace.